A very good day to my respected lecturer, Madam Fadira, and my fellow classmates that gathered here today. So let me begin with asking all of you a very simple yet direct question. What is the very first thing that you look at in the morning and the last thing you check at night when you drift away to sleep? Anyone? Phone, yes. As we all may agree, as we all may agree that most of us, as we all may agree, the honest answer would be our smartphones, right? Nowadays, we live in a hyper-connected era where these pocket-sized screens dominate our personal lives, our social interactions, and our entertainment. But have we ever actually stopped to analyze how these devices are transforming the way we acquire our knowledge? So, in fact, a staggering reality has emerged. Over 80% of students now actively rely on their mobile phones daily to complete academic tasks and review study materials. Let's think about that number again. Over 80% of students. This is no longer a temporary trend, but it is already representing a monumental paradigm shift in human education. The traditional educational landscape that we all may know, which for centuries was bound by the four walls, has fundamentally evolved. This evolution is driven by the rise of mobile learning applications that provides a portable, seamless, and deeply accessible way to gain knowledge. These digital applications grant students the unprecedented freedom to study virtually any subject entirely regardless of the rigid time, location restrictions that are typically imposed by traditional classrooms. Let's imagine a scenario where a world of curiosity does not have to wait for the school bell to ring. Today, the brilliant combination of interactive digital design and global accessibility has brought traditional textbooks, complex video tutorials, and massive international classrooms directly to life right in the palm of our hand. So, mobile learning apps are no longer mere novelties, but they also serve as multiple essential functions in our modern educational systems. So, you may ask, how exactly are these apps permanently changing the rules of the game? Which is why I'm here today to bring you all to explore how they actually provide unparalleled structural flexibility, how they give us the freedom to completely personalize our individual learning journeys, and finally how they drastically foster higher student engagement through modern interactive design. Okay, first, let us see that the most obvious yet most revolutionary feature of mobile education is learning mobile applications provide unmatched flexibility through anytime or anywhere access. By completely dismantling physical boundaries, mobile apps allow the acquisition of knowledge to fit effortlessly and seamlessly into our chaotic daily routines. Like we all may have assignments during our study years. As Santosh Kumar Behera highlights in his landmark 2013 research publication titled "And Learning a New Learning Paradigm, Mobile Learning Effectively Eliminates the Rigid Structural Limits of Traditional Classrooms." Behera points out that this paradigm shift makes education highly portable, allowing it to move dynamically alongside the learner. As we may have experienced before, if we missed a lecture due to a personal emergency or transit delay, that knowledge will be lost unless we copied notes from our peers, our friends. So, which is why today, physical location or a packed schedule no longer acts as an interruption to a student's educational growth. Okay, so let's look at the real-world applications that we may have or may have not used in our daily life. For example, Duolingo or Khan Academy. As we all know, these platforms do not demand you to sit down for a whole 2 or 3 hours, just sitting and listening to the lecture. But instead, they offer micro-learning simple, bite-sized lessons that can be fully completed in 5 to 10 minutes. You can basically master a new language verb. For example, maybe you can learn a new Spanish verb in just that short time. Besides that, you can maybe also understand a complex calculus formula on Khan Academy during a short coffee break. Now, let's think about how much time that we have waste every single day. We wait in long lines during our grocery stores, during our grocery, sitting idly on commuter trains, and we waste time during campus gaps. This is what educators refer to as dead time. What mobile learning do is enables us to actively convert that unproductive dead time into a highly productive learning experience. By turning our smartphones into virtual classrooms that fit snugly into our pocket, that you can literally bring it literally everywhere, we ensure learning application ensure that the pursuit of truth and education is constant, fluid, and completely boundless. Now let's get into the second benefit, which is personalized learning experiences. What if education wasn't a one-size-fits-all framework? In traditional schooling models, a single teacher would stand in front of 30 or 40 students, and the teacher would speak at one average speed. If you are too slow, then you might be left behind. If you are too fast, you will become bored. This brings us to our second profound benefit, which is mobile application grant us the radical freedom to personalize the learning experience for each individual's unique needs. They achieve this by tailoring content dynamically to match a student's specific learning pace and internal strengths. Unlike traditional class, static printed textbooks that treat every single reader exactly the same, modern mobile applications are intelligent. They are built with data-driven algorithms capable of assessing each individual needs in real time, automatically adjusting the difficulty, tone, and delivery to match their exact knowledge and the ability level. This leads me to my third and perhaps most exciting point. How do we stop learning from feeling like a painful, exhausting chore? Like we have to wake up early every day and we might feel burdened by it, right? And then the secret lies in the ability of mobile application to foster greater student engagement through interactive immersive features. They turn the act of gaining knowledge into something that is genuinely fun, emotionally rewarding, and deeply memorable. Historically, as we all face during elementary school until high school, we have to stare blankly at heavy black and white printouts until your eyes grew tired, right? So mobile application completely flipped this script by transforming passive reading into active hands-on participation. How do they do this actually? They achieve it by embedding sophisticated game mechanics directly into core educational tasks. Okay, these elements are not just childish gimmicks. They are psychological tools that stimulate focus, ignite a healthy sense of competition, and boost intrinsic motivation. especially when a student sees their progress bar filling up or earns a digital badge for 7-day learning. The cycle experiences a positive reward cycle. This encourages them to build consistent long-term daily habits, like the applications that we all may know or and may use before, especially during our chapter sharing. We use quizzes and Kahoots, right, to make the presentation more fun and more interactive among the classmates, which is very helpful in helping the education among students. So the very next time you pull out your smartphone out of your pocket, I want you to pause, look at the screen and ask yourself this vital question. Am I just passing time or am I building my future? In conclusion, let us recognize that mobile applications are not just convenient electronic luxuries, but these digital tools also serve as vital, essential pillars required for achieving the SDG for quality education. They are one of the ultimate vehicles for the facilitating democratic lifelong learning opportunities for every single human being everywhere across the globe. Thank you very much. That's all. Now I will open the session for Q&A.
How can students deal with constant digital distraction like social media notification while trying to learn on their phone?
Okay. Thank you for that excellent question. That is actually one of the main biggest challenge in digital learning. Okay, so like when we are trying to research for new information or maybe trying to do our assignment, we might get notification like from chats from our friends or any notification from games and so on, and that might distract us. But I am pretty sure that most of our phones have these abilities, which is focus mode and do not disturb mode. Yeah, and that itself may already help from being disturbed by the notification. But at the same time, the student themselves need to discipline themselves to be focusing on what they do first before focusing on the other stuff. Any questions?
Thank you very much.